Hi everyone, welcome back. So in this video, we're going to talk about Hut 8 versus Bitfarms versus Hive versus Marathon versus Riot. So this is a culmination of all the deep dives that I've done on those mining companies, what their potential revenues for this year, what their potential net profit is based on 50% discount from the gross profit. So I want to just kind of look over the data and see which of the mining companies, whether it's Hut 8 or Marathon or whoever is going to be it, is the most undervalued, I think, by investors right now in the market, and which ones could possibly provide you with the best returns if invested in the next couple weeks to couple months before the end of the year. So why don't we dive into the data and we'll go from there. So here's the data. We got Hut 8, Bitfarms, Hive Blockchain, Marathon, and Riot. Current stock price as of, I think I'm recording this, I'm recording this on Sunday right now. Sunday, so it's the 28th, I believe, 20th or the 29th. It is the 29th, August 29th. So the price that I got for each one of those was pulled from the Microsoft lookup formula here in Microsoft Excel. So the price coming up for Hut 8 is at $7.74 per share. Bitfarms is $5.93. Hive Blockchain is at $3.12. Marathon is at $4.20, and Riot is at $38.57. Shares outstanding, 143,480,000 for Hut 8, 168,355,000 for Bitfarms, 382,354,000 for Hive, 99,634,000 for Marathon, and 95,948,000 for Riot. So obviously, as far as shareholder value goes, these two are obviously the ones that are in the best shape. Riot has the least amount of shares outstanding, which is good for the shareholders holding on to them. And then we would have Marathon. It looks like we would have Hut 8, Bitfarms, and last would be Hive Blockchain. So Hive obviously has a lot of shares outstanding, which gives it obviously a lower price tag because it takes less change in price, stock price, to increase the market cap, right? So currently the EPS reported by Microsoft is showing me for Hut 8, it's 8.6 cents. Bitfarms is negative 23 cents. Hive Blockchain is also 0.086 cents. And the Marathon is at 72 cents. And Riot is at negative 2 cents. Market cap for the companies, Hut is at 1.4 billion roughly. Bitfarms is at 1.25 billion. Marathon is at, or Hive is at 1.5 billion. Marathon is at 4 billion, and Riot is at 3.7 billion right now. So estimated gross revenue based from those deep dives that I've done on all these companies here in the past couple weeks. So right now, we're just estimating what their mining potential is as far as when the miners are going to come in and when they're coming in, right? So if they're coming in, let's say, in November, I'll only include it in the revenue part of it for only 1 month for December, because you don't really know if they're going to be early November, late November, or when they're coming online. So always when they're supposed to be coming in, I take that month, take it out, and go from the following months after that. So for Hut 8, we had 257,359,000. Bitfarms was at 283,341,000. Hive Blockchain is going to be at 254,003,000. Marathon is at 537,826,000, and Riot is at 394,478,000. That's obviously if everything comes in when they're supposed to come in, right? Obviously, there's shipping challenges right now. We have the virus going around, so we just don't know if things are going to be landing on their doorsteps when they're reported in their earnings or in their conference calls or press releases. So we just don't know that. So we're just kind of estimating here what it could be if everything landed when they said they're going to land. Towards the end of the year, in 2021, by the end of the year, 2021, in exahash, Hut is supposed to have 2.71 exahash in mining capacity. Bitfarms is at 2.78. Hive is going to be at 3.01. Marathon is going to be at 4.385. That's without the supposedly 6,300 miners that are supposed to be installed in December of this year. That's questionable. We don't know if that's going to happen. So that would add another 6.3 exahash to their end of year. So they'd be over close to almost 11 exahash for the year. Riot would be at 4.61. So now we know this data here, and based on this, we obviously see that Marathon is making the most from the miners that they have. And then Riot is second, followed by Bitfarms, and then we have Hut 8, and Hive would be last as far as income from their operations. And this is gross profit income. This is not net income. So based on that information, or at least I took 50% discount from the gross revenue to take out any expenses as far as purchasing miners goes, getting electricity, operations, overhead, all that stuff. So I'm just cutting it 50%. Some of them are operating at like 65, 70% profit margin, something like that. I'm just cutting 50%. This is kind of where I'm looking at to get in or to get out possibly by these numbers. So Bitcoin obviously goes 1x where it stays the same, where its current price is right now. We're looking at, for Hut 8, price appreciation 132%. So price would be at 1794. If it goes up 2x, 3587, 3x, 530, 5381, and then 4x, 7175. A total price appreciation, if Bitcoin went up to almost 200,000, you could look to gain possibly 827% on your investment in the next 4 months, if that's the way it works out. So for Bitfarms, we're looking at earnings per share with 20 multiple at 1683, 3366, 5049, and 6732. Price appreciation increase if you bought it at the current price and then held on to it and everything worked out as it's planned here. So 1x would be a 184% increase in your value. 2x would be 468, 3x would be 751, and at 4x, you'd have almost 1,000% increase in your value that you put in. Then we have Hive. Hive would be at $6.64. 2x would be $13.29. 3x would be $19.93. And 4x would be $26.57. That's if obviously Bitcoin goes to almost 200,000. 1x would be just holding the price where it's at right now. And then as long as all the miners come online, we could look to make probably about 113% on that based on these numbers. At 2x would be 326, 3x would be 539%, and at 4x would be 752. Next is Marathon. So Marathon with a PE of a ratio of 20 at 1x, where the price is currently, we're at 46.62. 2x would be 93.25. 3x would be 139.87, and 4x would be 186.49. So that would be an increase in price of 16% for 1x. 2x would be 132%, 3x would be 248, and 4x would be 364%. So based on this number, it looks like the market has pretty much almost correctly priced where the stock price is going to be in the next couple months. There's not a lot of, obviously, upside here. So to me, at least, it looks like it's very well priced by the investors. And the last one is obviously Riot. Riot with 20 PE of 20 would be at 41.11 at 1x. At 2x would be at 82.23, 3x 123.34, and 4x would be 164.45. So that would represent a 7% increase if it went up to that. Then obviously price would stay the same. With the 2x, we could see 113%, 3x 220%, and 4x 326%. So Riot, again, along with Marathon, looks like the market and the investors have priced it out pretty accurately, it seems to me, based on the numbers, or at least at 50% discount. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I don't know if anybody else is looking at the same thing or not, but at that, it looks like it's really darn close to what I'm thinking here. So based on these numbers, these two, at least Marathon and Riot, represent the least amount of appreciation for your dollar if you invest, if things work out this way. Do your own research. This is not financial advice. This is just my own calculations I'm doing here that can help me out a little bit. Hive, Bitfarms, and Hut 8 appear to me like they're three of the ones that are the, what's the word I'm looking here for? They are undervalued based on the information here and what their potential is for earnings towards the end of the year is. So based on this information, these three are the most undervalued. Obviously, it looks like Bitfarms is way undervalued because it has a potential of 184% based on where it's at right now. And the price, it should be closer to 1683 with a price earnings multiple of 20. And let me see, Bitfarms is currently at 593. Right, so it has good earnings potential here by the end of the year. Estimated as gross revenue of 283 million, and then Hut 8 is at 257 million. So it's right in line with these three guys. These three guys, Hut 8, Bitfarms, and Hive Blockchain, are all pretty much in that same kind of boat. They're, look at their exahash for the end of the year is 2.71, 2.78, 3.01. So they're kind of all in the same boat. Whereas these guys are pretty much at another level. That's why I think investors are paying a lot more attention to them. That's why the price is so much closer to where my estimates are based on these numbers. You see Riot is at 7%, Marathon is at 16% at the current levels by the end of the year, at least if Bitcoin stays the same. So with these three, Hive, Bitfarms, and Hut, I think do your own research, obviously, but I think putting your money into any of those is probably not a bad idea. I think all three of them will increase in price as long as Bitcoin stays the same. Their miners come online. Even if Bitcoin increases in value, you're probably going to end up making more on it. So my exit would probably be, looking at the 3x mark here by the end of the year, possibly. So these numbers, 19, why is this one 50? Bitfarms, Bitfarms would be at 50. So Hive would be at 1993. Bitfarms would be at 50. And then Hut 8 would be at 53. So yeah, Hut 8 has the higher price, so that's why 53 would be the price for it. So that's it. Let me know what you guys think. It's a lot of data. It's a lot of stuff to go over. We just don't know what the future's going to hold. Obviously, we don't know if the miners are going to get installed when they're saying they're going to get installed. So that's a big if. The other thing is we don't know where the price of Bitcoin is going to go. Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? If it goes down, obviously, these numbers are basically bogus. Nothing's going to work out, at least by my calculations here, of what it could look like. So let me know what you guys thinking about in the comments down below. I'll take a look at them, see what you guys think. And then if you guys enjoy these types of videos, let me know. Subscribe. It helps me out a lot. It means a lot to me as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.